Hello everyone and welcome again to the Mathmetecher channel. Can you find out the integer values for x and y, such that x plus 1, all square, would be equal to 9 plus 5 times y? Let's see how to do this. We will solve this equation by going through two steps. In the first step, we will prove that if x and y are integer solution for the equation, then x is either congruent to 1 modulo 5 or 2 modulo 5. And then, in the second step, we will solve our equation for integers x and y. So let's start by proving that x is either congruent to 1 modulo 5 or 2 modulo 5. So if the integer couple x and y is a solution to the equation x plus 1 all square equal 9 plus 5 times y, then x plus 1 all square minus 9 would be equal to 5 times y. Now by factorizing the expression x plus 1 all square minus 9 as it represents an expanded remarkable identity of the form a square minus b square, we find that x minus 2 all times x plus 4 equals 5 times y. And this means that 5 divides x minus 2 all times x plus 4. But as the number 5 is a prime number, we can deduce that either 5 divides x minus 2, or 5 divides x plus 4. So we would have either x minus 2 congruent to 0 modulo 5, or x plus 4 congruent to 0 modulo 5. And this means that either x is congruent to 2 modulo 5, or x is congruent to 1 modulo 5. And this is the final result of our first step. Now let's move on to the second step, which is the resolution of our equation for all integers x and y. So as we found in the first step that if the equation x plus 1 all square equals 9 plus 5 times y is verified, then x is either congruent to 2 modulo 5 or 1 modulo 5, we will find the corresponding values of y to each of these two cases. So if x is congruent to 2 modulo 5, then x minus 2 would be divisible by 5. Which means that x minus 2 would be equal to 5 times k such that k is an integer number. Therefore x would be equal to 5 times k plus 2 such as k is an integer number. And now by replacing this value of x in the equation x plus 1 all square equals 9 plus 5 times y, we find that 9 plus 5 times y equals 5 times k plus 2, plus 1, all square. Which means that 9 plus 5 times y is equal to 25 times k square plus 30 times k plus 9. Therefore, 5 times y equals 25 times k square plus 30 times k. And this means that y equals 5 times k square plus 6 times k. So in this case the solution to our equation is the couple of integer numbers x and y such that x equals 5 times k plus 2, and y equals 5 times k square plus 6 times k, such that k is an integer number. We will now check out the second case according to which x would be congruent to 1 modulo 5. So if x is congruent to 1 modulo 5, then x minus 1 would be divisible by 5. Which means that x minus 1 would be equal to 5 times k such that k is an integer number. Therefore x would be equal to 5 times k plus 1 such as k is an integer number. And now by replacing this value of x in the equation x plus 1 all square equals 9 plus 5 times y, we find that 9 plus 5 times y equals 5 times k plus 1, all square. Which means that 9 plus 5 times y is equal to 25 times k square plus 20 times k plus 4. Therefore, 5 times y equals 25 times k square plus 20 times k minus 5. And this means that y equals 5 times k square plus 4 times k minus 1. So in this case the solution to our equation is the couple of integer numbers x and y such that x equals 5 times k plus 1, and y equals 5 times k square plus 4 times k minus 1, such that k is an integer number. Thank you for watching the video, give it a thumbs up and share it if it was instructive for you, and subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell for more of this content. And until the next one, have a great time.